Hello, welcome back to the channel. I think we're using this car as our studio now.
I think so. This is where we usually do our recording, so
Yep.
this will be our studio.
Yes.
The reason why we do it in here is because we live in an apartment and it's very small.
And it's messy.
Messy and kids and everything else. Well, we go on a drive. On the other hand, it's a different story. We got time to kill, especially on a day like today where it's going to be like an hour drive to go places.
Yeah.
Anyway, in today's video,
Today's video we're talking about how we allocate our kids' fund on money.
when it comes to money, when you're new parents, what do you do? I'm sure some of you guys out there, probably got a gift,
Yep.
and you don't want to spend that gift money.
Yep.
And what do you do? Do you use? There's a
Put it in the bank account.
Yeah, there's
Put it in a
option
piggy
for that.
bag. Put it in.
in case of emergency for the kids
Or you
or
use it
anything,
yourself.
or you use it yourself and all that jazz, right? So for us, we're looking at this in the long term as well. As a parents, as new parents,
I was lost. I
Yeah.
was lost at that time. Because I don't know, Asian culture, when kids were born or birthday or something important event, my parents tend to give our kids some money because they feel money is more useful instead of buying toys or buying anything. And also they're in overseas anyway, they can't see what they want and I said no toys. I don't want them to buy them toys.
Yeah, so we got given quite
Some money.
Some money.
Not a lot, but
not
I
a
think
lot.
we have used some.
Personally,
Mom.
I'm sure like there's a certain thing, like now we look at it and goes, oh, you know what, if I'd known, we probably won't use it.
I won't use
So
it.
this is a sort of like, if we were to saying it again to our
The
new
newborn,
parenting, like a
yes.
newborn, like you're
Yeah.
bound to get a lot of gift.
Yeah.
And if you got given money as a gift,
Yeah.
and
That's what
do
we
you
will
do?
do differently. So what we've done, we got given and then we're like, oh, emergency, we need some money, because at that time when we first had our when our kid were born, we were not in a good financial situation.
Yep.
So we were using some of the money, and I can't remember, but it was quite a lot. I'm sorry for the compound interest kids. Please don't watch this video, kids.
So,
But
and
we use some, and then some of them I think we put it aside. At first we're thinking, well, put it in the bank. We're looking for like a deposit saving account for kids.
yeah.
Well, at best you got like 1 or 2% per year.
At the time that this is being recorded, being 2021,
2021. Yeah.
1% is a long-term deposit, like
in a quarter or 6 months, something like that.
yeah,
right?
long-term deposit. Whereas 6 months, 12 months, on an average is about 1. You'd be lucky getting 2. I haven't seen any 2% return
Apparently,
on your money.
kids
saving
account
account, yeah.
is higher. I don't know, but where can you go for 1 or 2%? Nowhere.
So having to understand about money, on a typical year, there's an inflation rate roughly between 2 to 4%.
Yeah.
So you're either break even or go backwards. If you're earning, if you put down, let's say, $10, getting a 2% return, great, but now the cost of living is 4%. So that $10 buying power of that $10 is
Yeah.
can't go far.
We can't see there's a value for us putting in the bank. So anyway, back in, I think last year we started teaching the kids about money, saving, money jar, all those stuff. And then we just put it in cash. But then they accumulated quite a lot. So what we are doing now, so they have their cash money for their spending, what they want. Just
So we got
little
3
amount.
jars.
Yeah.
So
Just a little amount that they can keep as spending. And if they want something, they have to bring their money out, put it in the wallet and carry them out. I'm not going to buy for them. I
Yeah.
did it once. I'm not going to do it again.
it was the biggest regret because when you buy them something, they expect you every time you go to the shops
Yeah.
or a certain, let's say, a certain retailers, they expect you great. So last time mommy buy me something, so we're gonna go to the same shop,
Yeah.
and I want to ask another thing.
Yeah, correct.
So it's inbuilt in their brain subconsciously. It goes, great, we're gonna go to this shop.
I got money at home.
Yeah.
Mommy can pay for me now. When I go home, I'll pay for her. Or I'll forget. Or eventually, I don't have enough money, so I'm going to rip my mom off. So that's what happened.
So
So I'm not going to get them to do that strategy again.
Yep.
Our daughter, our son is alright.
yeah.
So anyway, they're gonna bring
Our
the
son
money.
is extreme because he doesn't spend money, and
Very
the other one is like
expensive.
spend. So
I think
we're
it's
trying to find the
inbuilt
balance.
For I don't know. Anyway, but I think she learned her lesson. She's getting better.
Yeah. So now we actually tell them we're gonna go to this shop. It is up to you. If you want to buy something, you can, but it's from
bring
your
money.
spending jar money,
Yes.
your wallet money.
But that's the only cash they have anyway.
Right.
Because we used to have all cash and then they use it. And we didn't know what to do, which way is the best for our kids and for us too. So the way we're using it may not suitable for you as well. But you can try. Anyway, one is the cash, and second is we have a saving account in the bank. It's
Yeah,
your
so,
account, but it's under the name, right?
Correct. So I have kids account. At the time that this is being recorded is with Westpac. I'm sure there's other kids account out there, but it's connected to my account.
Yeah.
So as a parent, you gotta be, I guess, you gotta be really make a hard decision. It is not your money. You can't borrow your kids' money. You can't spend that. You can't splurge and spend whatever stuff based on their money because that's their money. They put a lot of trust and faith on you to do the right thing. So please don't use
Your
that
kids' money.
kids' money in case of for any whatever reason. So that's their money. So they have access to it, even though it's not a big amount, but it's their money.
Well, because the reason we do it, I don't know if there's interest, and I don't really care about interest because it's not a big amount of money, and it's more for convenient. We got Westpac downstairs. They can go to the bank and do deposit money in there. They feel the process, so they're putting money aside to save for the big item.
So
And then because you have internet access for them, they can see how much they have been saving. So it just works for us.
and also I'll write it down. On this day, you've got this amount, and you're gonna deposit. Let's say today you've got $10. So we're gonna from their money jar, on the second money jar is their deposit going to the bank money.
Yep.
And with that money jar, I'll write down, okay, you're going to deposit $5. So at the end of today, you will have $15 in your bank statement. I'll write it down in paper, but it's their bank statement.
Yeah.
Just like an adult, we get monthly bank statement or so. So for them is every time they deposit it, you get a receipt. That's their receipt.
That's right.
So we're trying to incorporate everyday life to their life now, so that way they get a habit at a young age.
Yes.
So it's not a shock by the time they're 18 or something like that.
Yeah, they don't know how to manage the money, and the money is going to manage them. We just don't want that happen.
Correct.
Right?
So
And the last but not least, and the most exciting part, is majority of the money, that's the main thing, is when the big lump sum of money got gifted
yep.
from parent or whoever, or
Birthday,
from us.
events, like
Yep.
whatever, as long whatever big gifted money, non-workable
Let's say
money.
more than $100. For a little kid, $100 is a lot.
Yeah.
So anything over 100, we put it in investment. So we open up the spaceship account for them. I don't know if under 18 they can do it, but because it's still a small amount of money, I use my name. So
Yeah.
I'm responsible for the tax if they make any money or withdraw any money. But we're not looking into withdraw any money in any time soon.
And we asked them as well, like, do you want to take it out? Do you want to invest more?
Yeah.
Now, I forgot to mention in the beginning, like, where they actually got their money, it's actually doing
work.
odd jobs around the house,
Yeah.
doing return and
Not
earns.
chores. We don't give them money by
As a
doing
chore.
chores. We give them money, like we got side hustle for business. If they help us to pack, we'll give them $1.
Yeah.
And then we're doing return and earn bottles.
Yeah,
And we share all the profits that we made. And sometimes if we got extra money, we donate some to people that need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they learn. Just slowly train them how we should use our money.
Correct. So like, if it's just a normal chore like cleaning up your room, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, we don't do that. But if it's beyond that, would be, for me anyway, would be washing the cars. We do that if we don't have any other activity for them to work, because sometimes what we do in our side hustle, it doesn't require for us to pack the items, so don't want them to feel like left out. And I did at one stage though, like didn't give them any jobs, and they don't even ask for it, but I kind of feel bad because I want to see if they inbuilt in their brain. I go, hang on a second, I haven't worked this weekend.
Yeah, because every Saturday you're giving them the payday. So Saturday is our payday, and tell it up how much they have made for the week.
Yeah.
And then you give them the money, and then they allocate the money. We make sure you put some money in each jar.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter which combination. You can distribute evenly. So there is a spending money.
That's the cash bit.
The cash component that they can put it in their wallet. There's the one that is in a big expenditure. Let's say. We put that
in the bank.
In the bank. That's for your holiday.
Or the big item that they really want.
A big ticketed item, and then the other one would be for the investing. That is, they're physically the one that actually put down how much money they're going to be investing,
because they can use the iPad. I think they really like it.
They like it because they can use the iPad, but for us it's like, no, it's got to be something educational instead of just playing games. With games you're not learning anything, whereas this way you actually learn a lot. And then on the investing side of it, I do write down statement as well. In that statement, I write down how much money they've got.
I want my phone, so sorry. I was thinking the compound interest. Do you have a compound interest?
Yeah.
Because the reason I'm trying to do is how much they make.
Yeah.
Like saving now. Oh, sorry, you keep going. Got it.
So for the investing side of it, if we are opening up a spaceship, Voyager, they can see, I'll write down in a statement like progress report on this day, this is how much money, and we actually explain it to them. Did you make money this week, or did you lose money? For them, I told them at one stage, like, it's going up, they were really happy. And we also showed them, hey, it went down for a couple of weeks, and how do you feel? Oh, it's okay, it will go back up again. So I kind of wish I was like that when I was that human greed and emotion inbuilt in us for somehow. And you know, sometimes when we saw the account going down, you're like, oh, I just want to take it out, increase the account, cut my losses. But in kids' mentality, on the other hand, it's slightly different. They just go, oh, that's okay. One day it's going to go back up again. And
well, I think that's what we taught them too. It go ups and down, but eventually, normally, it will just go up.
Correct. And because they don't look at, I don't have that big goal of where is it going, what am I going to do with this money yet? But they only know it's like, hey, has it been a good week or a bad week? Did you make more money or did you lose money? If you lose money, you go, okay, that's fine. The one next week hopefully is going to get better. But when they win money, they're dancing.
They're so happy. They're so happy. Like last week, our son, his spaceship account, well, it's been down. But then last week it's been pretty good week. He doesn't have a lot. Like, how much he got? Like
$1,000?
1,700.
Yeah.
Around 1,700. And then last week, just the account made $50, and he was so excited.
And
I made money when I was sleeping without doing any work. Don't have to collect bottles.
And then we look at it and goes, that's $50 on a typical day. When you do your cans for the week, how much do you make? And it goes, oh yeah, about $5.
Yeah, $5 for the week.
$10 for the week.
Yeah.
And so he's making more money while he was sleeping compared to the bottles collection.
Yeah.
So there are ways. This is how we teach our children anyway. And our daughter is the same thing, but because our daughter's account's a little bit smaller, and because of that, she's got a long way to catch up in a sense.
Or
but
maybe she's just waiting for a big lump sum from the grandparents. Doesn't know it yet.
So,
next year when she goes to school.
With the
National
average
school.
price at the moment, with the average return so far, roughly how much is it? 20% or something on Spaceship?
I don't know, maybe 20.
20.
But okay, calculator
we'll do a
back
compound.
then.
Yeah,
So,
calculator.
oh well, why we're having this topic? Because yesterday I was catching up with my girlfriends and they new parent and asking me how we put the kids' money. So then I explained to them, oh, don't put it in the bank. You better put it in investment ETFs or whatever. Spaceship. We chose Spaceship because under 5,000 is free.
Free.
That's
correct.
the main reason. We started using Raise first.
Yep.
But because they're charging
A percentage.
I don't know how much is it, but because they're under 5,000 anyway, so no
Yeah.
point for us using them. So what I've done, I did a calculation for my friends, and if initially you put $1,000, let's say when they were born, $1,000 they got given all this money, and then with a return for 10% a year for 20 years, and each month you put $100 in there.
Yep.
And then if when they at 20, they would have $83,000 accumulated.
So 83,000
Yeah,
might be a
that's
lot,
it.
might be a little for some, but that's equivalent to uni fees.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're looking for, uni fee. So you don't need to put $100 a week, maybe just a month. I mean, or even $50.
That
it's
becomes
good.
how much?
45,000 when they're 20.
Yeah.
So it's just something that put it aside, not a big lump sum of money, because you don't know what happened in life, right? So you just need some money aside. And what if they want to do some study and expensive course? Who knows?
At the current stage, one of our friend and daughter is going to university, and I don't know what she's studying, but I asked how much is the fees,
Apparently, it's one of the most expensive course.
and it's
Yeah.
roughly about $15,000 a semester.
That's
15,000. That's just only on the
That's-
semester. So in a year, there's two semester.
yeah.
So 1530.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Yep.
So we're looking at, okay, then how do you save up university without paying HEX? That's what we're trying to do. So that would mean they require, what's that, $30,000 a year? Let's say if it's a 4-year
Let's say
course.
3 years. Yeah, 4
3
years.
years?
Okay.
4 years.
Standard is 3.
Okay, let's say they do 3 years. What's
Yeah.
that? That becomes $90,000.
Yeah, so
That's
100K.
100,000, let's say. And that's for just university education. Not in counting for transportation, food, and
Going for
books,
drinking.
going out partying,
Yeah.
all of that jazz. I'm just looking at the educational stuff.
Yeah.
Because we look at it, we don't want them to be in HEX if we can avoid them.
Yeah.
Even though for some people they do the calculation, look, it's a non-interest what is it, payment, let's say.
Yeah.
But if you can avoid it, I'll try to do my best for them to avoid it.
Because that will be a good starting point for them.
You don't want to go finish university first time you work and you're already $100,000 in debt. Yes, it will be maybe about 4 years or something to pay it off because it's coming out from your salary, but I try to minimize that.
Yeah.
And for us, this is one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Raise, Spaceship, Comsec
Other
Pocket.
ETFs.
Um,
we got I talked to another parent. They bought Bitcoin for the kids.
Yeah.
It's whichever, you just put it in investment. That's
Yeah.
is safe.
Some people buy, whatever it is, like as long as it's, for us, the way we calculate it, as long as it's making 10% return minimum, anything above that, that's great. That's cream in the pie. But if not, I'm looking for something at about 10%. Because that's our calculation based on a 10%.
Correct.
So we looked at historical data as well before we invest. Or if not, invest on a small amount and see how you go on your first year. And if it's keep on growing, that's good.
Yeah.
If it's not, perhaps you want to move it
To somewhere else.
to something else. That as long as anything that we touch has got to be 10% return.
Yeah.
So hopefully this helps you guys, for new parents out there who's thinking of what to do when it comes to education, because it's
About
not
kids'
cheap.
money. No, it's not. Yeah, you were
So-
stressed out about the uni fee.
Yeah, when I first got it, like when I asked, because you know they just finished year 12, and I asked the parents, and I'm like, how much is university fee cost? Oh, 15 grand a year. I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, it can get up to $100, $200, $300,000. It obviously there's no end to it, but if I was looking at, that's the starting point at 15, so that's, you need 100. Anything else?
No, that's it for today. Hope it helps, and
Yeah.
let us know if you have any other saving method or little trick about saving your kids' money or even your own money.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment, guys.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.